Hello everyone, welcome to VSL here in Season 10 for Tier 2. And it's hopefully going to be a brilliant race. In the commentary box, my name is Omi. I am reserving today because Alfie unfortunately cannot make it. It is a sprint race, so we are going to be getting straight into things with a one short qualifying. So here we go then. Lovely to have you all here. Really looking forward to this, making my debut here as well. And let's see then what the drivers will be able to do. So a lot of historic corners around this racetrack, and what a circuit actually to be having here today. So let's actually look then to the drivers attacking in one short qualifying, and I'm just gonna lower the volume for me, but we'll do one sector and then we'll switch it up. We'll keep switching it up. We'll focus on Tony as he heads down into the Rettifilia chicane, turn number 1, and then you apply the power back again, and then you're making your way through the Curva Grande. He's gonna keep right towards the inside line, and now you're gonna be making your way right down towards the Della Roggia chicane. On the brakes you're gonna go, place the car towards the outside just before the 50-meter board, go on the brakes, and then nicely over the curbs for him, run the car out wide nicely, and then you make your way into the Lismos. Lismo 1 first of all, and then you're gonna make your way onto Lismo 2, and I'll actually get everything up for you. In one shot it's not really much time because you're mostly focused on the lap. Now we're heading down towards the Ascari chicane. You're going to place the car towards the outside. You're going to carry serious amount of speed. You get back on the power, and then nicely through applying the power, and it is easy to spin it across these curves, and then you're making your way into, we used to call it the Parabolica, but now it's called the Curva Alboreto. And here we go then, as he gets back on the power. It's Jordan who now takes over momentarily, but it does look like it's going to be now Speed who takes over. Let's see who's going to come across the line and take pole position for the sprint race. It is going to be Hot Speed right at the end, and a interesting one short qualifying. It was obviously going to go quick, so we don't even have a clue who's going to take pole right till the end. But there you go, it's Hot Speed. He'll be alongside Speed. And then, I mean, I'll just call him Excited, because obviously I need to learn this field, and with one shot it's hard as well. So Excited, and then we have Garrett, Jordan, Tony, and then Hayes, Ryan, and then Newgarden, and then what should I go for? Sab, Ryan, Julie Show, Korn, and then Risky and Darrow. There was 11 drivers who were able to get laps in, but here we go. We're going to be getting sprinting already, so the racing action just comes at you. So here we go then. We're all going to be getting ready to go. There is going to be a 1 minute little break for all of us to get settled in, because it all comes at you fast, with it being all basically it just comes at you fast, because obviously in qualifying you have 18 minutes, so obviously you can maybe take a 1 or 2 minute break, but everyone now just calms down for a second, and then we get sprinting. We do have a formation lap as well, so we're not just going to be straight into it. But here we go then, as we just currently wait on a quick little water, and then we'll be getting going. So as we're just currently looking down in the pit lane, and then we'll be heading on to the formation lap. But let us know your predictions on who's going to win the sprint race and who's going to take pole position for the main race, which is going to be 27 racing laps. But yeah, this is kind of the circuit which I know very well as well, and I think a lot of people do, because a lot of history around this racetrack, and it's definitely a circuit that's going to deliver for us. So we're definitely going to be kept entertained throughout the sprint and the main race. And here we go then. We're going to be getting onto the formation lap. according to the previous stream, so I'm guessing it should be this as well. I did try and get as much as research as I could on all this, but here we go. So we're going to be heading on to the formation lap. We are currently looking at the field as they begin the formation lap here at Monza, and it's going to be Hotspeed who will lead everyone away. So is anyone going brave? Is anyone going bold? Well, someone is. It is Newgarden, who is on the softs. So he's starting in 9th, so make sure, so we'll definitely keep an eye on him and see what he's gonna do. But well, everyone on the mediums except one driver, and obviously someone was gonna go bold. We're not gonna see everyone do the same thing, and that's the thing with this 9-lap sprint we're gonna have. And it is a bit, and I have to say it is a bit of a run down into the Rettifilio chicane turn number 1. And you do have a bit of a run there, down there, and also then it's a hard stop as well, so it's a really hard braking zone. So anything is possible. But as you can see, right now the drivers are just focused on getting their tires warmed up and generating heat, and then they'll be heading on to the grid as they make their way down towards the Ascari chicane. As much as I love this circuit, I haven't commentated on it for very long. I believe on F1 22 I've only got to commentate on it once. So really happy to be here, really happy to be commentating. And let's see then. Hotspeed, and we're gonna have Speed Racer on the front row. Let's see who's gonna be able to deliver the most speed heading down into turn of 1. A lot of names with speed here, so well, the circuit is speed, let's just say that. The temple of speed, if you want to call it as well. So a lot of drivers' names matches a bit about this circuit. And we're gonna see the cars getting into position now. The thing is, the drivers obviously are going to be getting into their position. My goal is going to be trying to get a good camera angle of the start. So we all have different targets. We're all going to have different targets, and I'll see if we can get a good one, which I hope, but doubt. So here we go. The 5 red lights are coming on here for the sprint race. It's lights out for the sprint race around Monza. Who's going to get the best start off the line? It is going to be Hotspeed who will keep the lead. Meanwhile, we have Garrett pulling alongside Racer. And who's going to go for some moves? In the background, that is Newgarden running a bit wide. Here we go then, down into the Rettifilio chicane, and Garrett is off the road. Hotspeed though, maintaining the lead. And he rejoins the racetrack. It's going to be Speed Racer in second, and then Jordan in third as they all make their way through. The 2 silver arrows battling away. It is going to be Ryan ahead of Garrett. Who else is going to be able to pull off some overtakes as we head now down into the next chicane? Are we going to see anyone late on the brakes? That's contact there, and we also see that one of the Ferraris getting involved with some contact, and now they're both going wheel to wheel into the Lismos. Meanwhile, it is side by side for the race lead immediately. It's Racer getting to the corner first. To the inside line he goes, and they're still battling already on the opening lap of the race. It is going to be Racer who hits the front. He's got past Hotspeed, but Hotspeed isn't giving this one up. They're going to battle this going into the Ascari chicane. Racer just cuts him off, and he isn't going to be letting him through. But look who's arriving on the scene. It's Jordan now, getting right onto the tail of Hotspeed. We now run down towards the Curva Alboreto, and are we going to be getting a move? Look at them all following each other in the slipstream, and are we going to be seeing any moves on the brakes? Here we go then, down towards turn number 1. We're going to begin lap number 2, and we have Ryan switching positions with Risky, but focusing though on Hotspeed, who is in the wheel tracks. He's in the slipstream. Can he get the move done? Heading down into turn number 1. He pulls alongside our pole sitter, trying to find a way through. Speed Racer is a tiny bit wide though. Does it open the door for Hotspeed now to try and fight back, using a bit of ERS as well. Onto the soft tires goes Excited. He's come in. We also have, what should I call him then? Unsure now. Really struggling with some of these names. Much more than I would usually do, but side by side we see a battle here between Risky and Davo. He took the risk, he's got past, and into the Lismo corner, getting through as well. So much racing already, but we've come back now on the run, down towards Ascari. Hot Speed using a bit of ERS. And here we go then. We go into the Ascari chicane, and this looks to be a race which all the drivers don't want to go. You can see already breaking the slipstream. It is a sprint, it is the sprint race, but I guess they're all having a bit of fun as well. It does decide the grid for the main race. We're heading to Baku next time around in real life. It might be a bit different there though, and that is it. That's a brave move to the inside, but there's contact and he spun around Ryan, and I think he got collected there. He got collected there by David, who's gonna have to come in to the pit lane. DRS is now enabled, so that will be helping with all the overtakes. Who pulls out of the slipstream and goes for a send, heading down into turn number 1. Doesn't look like this lap, however. We're now going to be having this thing which we love to call a DRS train on lap number 3. Out of 9. Hot Speed in the slipstream. He is gaining all the while. And look at this. Gaining, and he's literally pushing his rival through these corners. And he was challenging for the lead. Was Racer on lap number 1. It was Hot Speed who got a rocket of a start at first, led away, but then straight away we saw Racer get the lead. But here we go then, is this the moment for Hot Speed to retake it? DRS, look at the speed. He didn't even need DRS frankly, as he goes past before we get to the Ascari chicane, and into the lead goes Hot Speed. And we're going to see Speed Racer try and stay close. He's a tiny bit wide as well. We now see a bit of the ERS being used. This might be a lap after lap battle. And getting closer. He's not going to go for the move, surely. I keep almost calling it the Parabolica because we're so used to that. But here we go. Now will he have the run? You can see Hot Speed taking a bit of a different line because the slipstream does seem a bit powerful. But look at this. Tucked right in the slipstream. He's going to surely try and take this one back. Here we go then. And it's going to be Speed Racer pulling alongside and going to the inside. Does Hot Speed give this one up? Side by side they go. And into the lead for Speed Racer. He hits the front once more. And Hot Speed now will try and pressure him and go for it once again. So this is going to be a lap after lap battle in this race. Do we see a move by any of the other drivers? It currently looks like, because of the DRS train obviously, all the cars in the train have DRS, so basically it's this battle. We obviously have Tony who isn't getting DRS. Hayes hasn't been able to make an attempt. But it's the top 2, our leaders basically, switching the most. And DRS open once again for Hot Speed. And it's basically the rest of the field, like Jordan, just sitting behind. I mean, at some point, if they're going to do lap after lap, there will be a point where I'm sure they're going to collide at some point if this is lap after lap. Because, I mean, they've raced brilliantly so far. We have yellow flags being waved. That might be Ryan, I believe, who has lost the car. As we go through, it was Ryan. Excited has been able to get back past him. And here we go then, we're making our way down towards turn number 1 once more. Look at the speed of Hot Speed. With DRS now, he's going to surely go for the move. Tucks right in the wheel tracks, pulls alongside, and will it be an easy move? Are we going to see Speed Racer fight that one? He can't fight it. Through goes Hot Speed into the lead. The 2 Mercedes though are dueling this one. It looks like Hayes is out of the race, and where is that must have been, that's going to cause, I believe, the virtual safety car for now. But that's down. Where is it even? Is it at the first few? It is, yeah. It's right at the chicane, the Retifilio, right down there. So the virtual safety car is out. So the driver's reactions will be crucial in this one. But our first retirement of the race. Or sprint race, I should say. So used to calling it a race, but I mean, it is a race, so I think most commentators, even in real life, say race. Here we go. We are back to green flag racing, and the top 2 it hasn't really cost them much. Jordan, though, I'll say, is one of the losers of that, and Garrett as well, because they were all pretty close, but now it's been a bit. They've got a bit separated, but nothing between the top 2, because they're gonna go dueling once more, surely. if we see Speed Racer get a good exit, he is surely gonna try and challenge on the run down to the Retafilio with DRS open. Can he go for it? Here we go. Breaking the system. Sure, yeah, he's too far back this time around. Far too back. And I think hot speed might have been a tiny bit wide. Oh, he's almost losing the car. As we apply the power once again, almost losing the car is hot speed. And once again, getting closer is Speed Racer. He isn't giving this one up. And getting closer all the while. Can he stay close and go for it on the run down towards the Ascari? That's the next real overtaking zone, and we're seeing hot speed struggle through these corners, especially the Della Roggia. So Speed Racer will have a big opportunity now to fight back. Does he use ERS? Is he going to be able to go for it once now on the straight? He's going to be gaining all the while. Now I think this will just basically let him get close, because you now with the DRS, this DRS you can basically use to just get closer to your rival, get up to their gearbox, and then use it, and then have it basically. Then you have a bit of slipstream all the way on the run down towards Curva Alboreto. He's riding the slipstream already, and now you're going to have a big opportunity to make the move on the start finish straight. He has a look around the outside. He was not going to risk it because he knows he's going to get DRS. He's going to get a big opportunity once again. We're about to go on to lap number 7. We see the Red Bull tucked in the slipstream. Does he go for the move? DRS open. Surely he's going to go for it. And not really. And hot speed hasn't gone defensive. Through goes Speed Racer this time to move up back into the lead of the sprint race. He's picked his braking point perfectly, so he has got into the lead. Can hot speed now stay close? And that's not really even a question. Obviously he's going to stay close. He might even try it back into Ascari. Because it does look like, from what I've been seeing, is hot speed is prepared to. Hot speed is actually using much more ERS, so he's going all in, and if he needs to, he will use ERS. Well, Racer, he is using ERS, but not as much. So if there is a move already for hot speed on the table, he's gonna go for it. And if he needs to use that little ERS to just get him a tiny bit closer, he will. And you can see using a bit because he knows he's lost time. And that's one of the things, you need to stay close to your rival and use the DRS zones to close up. The slipstream, and you're going to be gaining all the while as well. Here we go, we're making our way as Ryan has retired from the session. That is in the pit lane though. So he's retired but in the pit lane. We are beginning now. Lap number 8, the penultimate lap of this race, to see who is gonna come out on top in this sprint race. Hot speed getting closer all the while. Closer, closer. Does he pull out of the slipstream? He might be a bit too far back this lap around, so he's not gonna go for it. But someone who is gonna go for it is Tony, and he's got past Ryan, who, as we make our way through. And yeah, just notice as well, there's 2 Ryans in the field, so that's going to be confusing as well. Just, I guess, it's kind of now, this would be the qualifying where I would be now getting used to everyone, but it's kind of a race where I'm also getting used to it. So, here we go then. Hot speed continues to push on, and this will need to be a last lap overtake. Here we go then. We're preparing for the final lap then, and this is when you're going to see Speed Racer using ERS. You're going to see hot speed though pushing on, and he's going to be getting closer all the while. So here we go then, we're about to make our way onto the start finish straight. Hot speed getting closer all the while. He is going to pull out of the slipstream and goes for the move to the inside. Speed Racer gives it up because he now knows that he will have a big opportunity to fight back. So he's gone tactical now. Has it worked out for the Red Bull driver, because hot speed is breaking the slipstream, going left, going right, we're heading down towards turn number 1, right in the slipstream, pulls alongside. Can he roll right around the outside and take the lead of this one? And he does, yes he can. We have Speed Racer who goes back into the lead. Hot speed could not do anything about that, and the speed the Red Bull had, he's been saving up his ERS, and we had hot speed. Did he go for that move too early? Hot speed might have gone for it too early. He should have waited maybe onto the straight. He would have got DRS. Speed Racer has got back through. Can hot speed now get a good exit out of Lismo 1, out of Lismo 2, and then challenge all the way onto the Ascari chicane? He does not have too much ERS left, so he's going to have to bump it all to win this one. You can see Speed Racer is breaking the slipstream once again. And he's using all the ERS. He's been saving it up, and he's using it all now. And he's going to surely have enough to defend this one if he can just get a good exit. Or will Hot Speed have a run? Here we go then. We're on the final lap. We can see Speed Racer breaking the slipstream. And it looks like he's going to be on his way to take victory in the sprint race. And he will start the main race from pole position around the Parabolica, which is now named the Curva Alboreto. It's going to be Speed Racer who will win the sprint race and start the grid and start the race from pole position. It'll be Hot Speed in second, Jordan in third, Garrett, and then Speed Whiskey, and then Tony, Ryan as they go to the line. And that is how they're going to finish. We'll confirm the rest of the order for you in a second. But off the road and through goes. Excited to move up into 12th. Davo having a moment on that final lap. He's going to finish last of the finishers, but not last overall, because that will be the retirement. But what a sprint. And a battle right till the end. That was a race, a sprint race that I guess got us prepared, got us excited now, and we're all ready to go for the main contest, which is 27 laps. Speed Racer, Hot Speed. These two had a brilliant duel, but it'll be Speed Racer who will start in first. Hot Speed, who started the sprint from first, will now start the Grand Prix from second. Jordan in third, Garrett in fourth, Speed Whiskey in fifth, Tony in sixth, and then Ryan in seventh, and then Acorn in eighth, Julie Show in ninth, and then New Garden in 10th. And obviously we have the top 8 who score points, and then Julie Show, New Garden, and then Sab, Davo, Excited, and your retirements. 2 retirements from this one. It is Ryan and Hayes. So here we are then. Currently just waiting and there we go, there's our timer. But let's know now your predictions for who's going to take victory in the main race coming up. It's gonna be a tight one, so hopefully you are all excited and looking forward to this.